Organization in my day-to-day is imperative. Today I'm going to show you how to organize a Miro board so that you can stay on track and stay focused on what's important. Let's dive in. Alright, so what we're going to do here is we are going into one of our boards. I'm going to go into this pie planning over here. So as you can see, there's quite a lot going on. And what you can do actually is just, use the V to change your cursor to the navigation, and here you can see your individual sections over here. All right, but this may not be the best way to organize because this is a relatively small board with very little information, and if you are going larger, it can be a little bit more intense to try and manage. So to try and stay organized, you can actually go ahead and you can actually click down and you can grab a bunch of items and you can actually click on more and you can create a frame. Now what happens when you create a frame? Let me just show you on this side. So you go here, you click down, you drag over all of this stuff and you create a frame. So here we go, we're going to go create frame. And you can see now that once you select this, you can see you can actually change the way it looks. So let's say you want to kind of make it present it in a different way. You can see I can move it like that. Let's go over here and let's have a look at how we can do the same over here. So let's go ahead and click down. We're going to drag over. We're going to click on create frame. Okay, this is already a frame. And what you can actually do along with this is you can actually, once you've created a frame, okay, I want to actually just put this in here and we can say create frame. You can actually rename the frame. So let's say, for example, we want to take this frame and we want to name it our planning. And, then you can obviously just move it about where you need it to be. So you can actually do the same with all of the rest of these. So you can just go ahead and drag this. Let's say that this is execution, and then you can obviously take this and you can do the exact same. So this is a nice way of planning everything in a more organized manner. One of the other things that I find is quite useful is actually color coding. So you can actually go like this. If you select this, and you can actually just change the style, and then also you can hide your frames as well. So let's say, for example, we want to take this one over here and we would like to hide the frame. Okay, so let's use this one here. We're going to go and click on this, and this will now hide the frame. Now, you do need to upgrade for this feature, but it'll allow you to just close it while you're not using it. And this allows you to focus on what you are using or what you are busy working with. So I'm going to take this as well. You can go ahead and you can change the styles. You can also filter out your options. So let's say over here you want to go and you want to look for, say, the cards or your stacks or whatever it is you want. You can actually just select that and then you can change the full color. So that's the full color over there. You can actually also change the individual shapes color, but that's how you can also organize with a color code. One of the other things that I like to do is if you go up to the facilitation tools and the reactions, you can actually come down over here and you can add notes. Now there's a bunch of different ways that you can actually add notes here. So if you just do a backslash, you can actually use a board, object, an image, number, bullet, checklist. But what I like to do is come down here and do a project summary. This basically takes your entire project, your entire board, and it puts it into perspective in terms of every section that is over here. Now, as you can see, it does have the option to edit, so you can see every single section here. You can actually edit this. You can also click over here, you can add a comment or you can use a mention on each one of these sections as well. You can also hide if it's you over here that is making changes, and this you can now pin, and it'll be pinned onto your board. So if you go ahead and look at the comment section, you'll be able to actually see who has been commenting. And as you can see, I did the the overview over here, the project summary, which is great. And this will give me a nice perspective of what is happening in a massive project like this, or even larger. As you can see, this can go on really, really, really big. And you can now go ahead and plan and organize in smaller sections. I hope this was helpful.